Right, so I have a return today to do the next part of my Sangatsu catch-up thingy, which is Volume 3. So we've got one more volume to go until we've caught up completely with the anime. I think it's 45. My microphone is working fine. Yeah, so we have one more volume to go, which I think the last volume ends on chapter 45, which I think is the last episode of the anime. So after that point, we've actually pretty much covered the whole entire anime and go into manga-only territory, which is actually kind of freaking neat. But yes, as we know, a lot of things have gone down. I mean, Ray's kind of had his outburst, which is kind of, I think, his start of his kind of pseudo change in a bit. Like, it's not technically all the way just yet. There's still some way to go until we see fully his change, but I think this is kind of the start. This is the start of when he begins to change. And I believe this volume also marks the entrance of one major character, one character we know very fondly of, we don't really speak about because he's a massive douchebag. So yeah, I mean, damn. So I'm covering today's from chapter 22 to 26, and then for tomorrow or Friday, I don't know how it's going to go down, I think I probably have to move Jojo to I can't speak. Jojo to tomorrow, and then move Sangatsu to Friday, and then cover the last volume Monday, Tuesday. Because yesterday I felt like absolute trash. That's why I wasn't around yesterday, because my brain was literally going. Don't know why, I felt like my head was about to pass out. I had no idea what was going on in my head, so that's why I wasn't here yesterday. So that's why I returned today to do the next chapters, because I thought to myself, I need to catch up by beginning of next week, otherwise I will be in trouble. So yes. Without further delay, let's get this show on the road. It's moving my hair out my eyes, because otherwise I can see it, and it's irritating me. So yes, chapter 22, Year Out. I think this also marks the chapter where we see Ray kind of not be all that kind of like observant of things around him, which is kind of like a major thing with him. He tends to be kind of oblivious, which is not always the greatest thing, because he tends to actually ignore the things that matter the most and kind of ignore things that are all around him. So yeah, I think this actually marks the chapter. I think this is a chapter when he's ill. I think this is the last leg of the year, I believe. So yeah, anyway, let's begin. So, after all the matches had ended for the year, I was bedridden with a high fever. Huddled alone in that dark room, I greeted the last day of the year, December 31st. So thirsty. Water. In the days that I was confined at home, I should eat. Oh right, medicine, I should take some, but there's only one dose left. Need to go buy, but I don't wanna. It's too much hassle, or actually, it's impossible. Delirious from my fever, I saw the same dream over and over again. Oh, whatever, I'll just sleep some more. Just sleep. I just needed to sleep some more, then my fever will miraculously disappear the next time I wake up. Just sleep. The one that has kept going... can't speak now. The one that kept coming back ever since I was a kid. A dream where I go up a long escalator. There was nothing to be afraid of, just that. After going up and up at the top, there was no way to return. Who? Shut up. Stop it. No. Can't get the door. I love this chapter as well, because it's one that chapter we see everyone go to his house. Is it Ray-chan? But Momo-chan? Why? How come? Oh goodness, you did catch a cold. Huh? Okay, charge Roger. Really, Ray-chan's house. See, she's adorable. You can't take it away. Every single chapter she's in, she just makes the whole entire chapter so much better. It quells the depression that is this manga sometimes. Hina, secure the pillow. Understood. Reikun, you only need to bring your cell phone, wallet, and keys. You can go in your pajamas. Where's your coat? I've already called a taxi for you downstairs. Eh? Taxi? Why? Where am I going? Where do you think? To see a doctor, of course. Listen carefully. If it's the flu, then you'll stay here for quarantine and treatment. If it's only a normal cold, then I'm taking you back to my house. Okay, here you go. I'm glad that it's not the flu. Since we both have the young and old at our place, we have to be extra careful. It's egg congee, okay? Eat up. I saw you in the kitchen. You haven't really eaten anything, have you? Do you like umeboshi? I put some in. Even though you can't taste much because of your fever, it'll be a bit refreshing. Here, Rei-chan, lift up your head. Eh? Huh? We'll wrap this towel around your neck and replace it after you sweat, since it's really easy to sweat after eating congee. I did not know that. That's actually interesting. You won't get better if you don't sweat. We have lots of towels, so we can change any time. Sorry, just going to wipe the sweat on your forehead there. Okay, Momo. Smack. It breaks my heart because she's so cute. I'll start eating now then. You can't, that's Rachel. Momo wants to eat too. Good, you ate a lot. Great job. Then have some tea and lie down. But before that, you need to make a call to your home in Megiro. They're probably really worried, eh? No, I'm already living independently. It should be fine. Living independently? Sorry, let me borrow your cell phone for just a sec. Your cell phone has been dead for about 3 days, right? Actually, making the people around you worry. How is that independent? Am I right? Yeah, I remember that as well, because he had his phone dead. Everyone tried to call him. Like, he's like, yeah, no one's gonna worry about me because I'm independent now. But everyone does. It goes back to his whole entire character of just being kind of oblivious to everything around him, which is kind of depressing because he tends to ignore it. Though he kind of imagines himself to be alone, but he's not really when you think about it. He's actually very much kind of around people that actually care about him. It's actually kind of depressing because he tends to ignore it until the very last moment when he goes, oh crap, yeah, you're right, those people cared. I believe there actually was probably a time in the anime where he did realise it, like very much late in, I think it's the last leg of the series actually, that he actually realised it. It was like, man, I've been oblivious this whole entire time. Hello? Father, it's Ray. Oh man, my throat. Ray, is this Ray? Are you okay? What happened? You got a cold? Since I couldn't get through to your cell phone, I was planning to go to your place. Are you really okay? The moment I heard Father's voice on the phone, I saw my shallowness. Father's voice was a voice that was truly worried about me. I'm an idiot, going around and around in circles in my head, but in the end, I was only thinking about myself. So yeah, I remember there was that point where he did realise that he's like, yeah, I'm a selfish person that thinks about myself, and kind of goes, yeah, there's people that do care out there. Kiriyama-kun, how are you feeling? Can you get up? Come and eat something and then take some medicine. As I expected. Let me know when Mega-chan is on. I knew that it would turn out like this, totally. Let me know when Ishikawa Sayuri is on. It was even crazier before. There used to be 3 more people in the house, so we were squeezed for space. It felt like there was a serious lack of oxygen. 3 more? Ah, that's right, their father. Every year, Mum, Oba-chan, and I, the 3 of us, would be complaining about those who had fallen asleep as we cleaned up, while we watched the old year go out and the new year come in. Something must have happened. Nobody in this family ever talks about father. Come on, Reikun, you should eat. You're hungry, right? You were sleeping so soundly that we didn't want to wake you. I crushed some umeboshi and mixed them in. Even when you have a fever and you can't taste anything, it'll be refreshing. I said this earlier, already, didn't I? It's what Mum always said to us when we got sick. No way, so now I've come to say this the same thing. No way, so now I said that wrong. So it's no way, so now I've come to say the same thing. Whenever I'd hear those words, I would think, not that again, but I'd really feel relieved. Mum's words are just like a magical spell. but Momo barely ever got to hear those words before it all ended. Poor child. You really saved me, thank you very much. On such an important day as New Year's Eve, even though I'm not a part of your family, you let me in and tended to me with such care. That's not true. I'm the one who wanted you to come. The one who was saved is me. If you weren't here, I almost certainly would be by myself, cleaning up, and I probably would have been crying. As we were sniffling, frantically trying to find tissues, we heard the watch night bell sound on the television, and just like that, miserably, this year disappeared into the sky. Huh, Kiriyama-kun, why are you the one crying? Ah, really, why me too? Distracted by my own loneliness, I did not realize other people's loneliness. The sounds of the watch night bell pealed heavily upon my foolish self. Like a wide river flowing slowly, the new year had arrived. Oh, freaking hell, that hurt. Chapter 22 end. That was not a nice chapter when you think about it. Oh, man. Oh, God, that actually hurt my chest. Oh, man. I felt that bit at the end again. Like, it happened in the, what's it called? Oh, what's it called? In the anime, that's what I was looking for, in the anime. Like, it happened, I was like, oh no. When you read it again, it kind of hits you even more. Like, when you actually read it out loud, the things hurt even more. I don't know why. It's that kind of thing that you get. Like, when you read stuff out loud, it just hurts that even more. You're like, ow. So, page 16, umeboshi are dried pickled plums and are extremely sour. Page 21. Like many other households in Japan, the Kawamoto family is watching the NHK 60th Kohaku Yuta Gassen, an annual 4-hour-long New Year's Eve television music show, special which splits the year's most popular music artists into competing teams. Maiko is an allusion to the J-pop singer Aiko, while Oji-san's favourite Ishikawa Sayuri alludes to the prolific enka singer Kohaku regular Ishikawa Sayuri. Oh man, that was a lot of things to say. Page 23. New Year's Eve is the second most important day in the Japanese tradition behind New Year's Day. Joya no Kane, or the Watch Night Bell, is a tradition where Buddhist temples throughout Japan ring their bells 108 times to welcome the new year. Alright. It's always interesting to read this manga when you think about it, because you get so much more information on the traditions in Japan. I think it's a little bit better explored in the manga, because I don't think the anime kind of showed it, but it didn't kind of take time to actually explain it. But the manga gives you those little bits at the end and go, okay, this is what that means. You're like, oh. So now everyone kind of quizzes you on it. You're like, I know that now. Like, I know, just in case someone quizzes you on it. So, chapter 23, year in. Hey, who put stickers on Mummy's drawers? Drawers? I always think to myself, I'm actually mispronouncing that word. But I think it's drawers. Sorry, really, this is very hard to peel off, you know. Sorry. Mum, Chihido. Ray-chan, good morning. Are you awake, Ray-chan? Ray-chan is calling from... Ray-chan... Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't say that word. Oni-chan is calling us for breakfast. That's the one I was looking for. I don't know why I said Ray-chan the whole entire time. Good morning. Are you still feverish? I think it's gone down a lot. I should be okay now. Good morning. Morning. Happy New Year. Ah, Happy New Year to you. Kiyamaka, would you like some omochi? What do you want with it? Hey Momo, I can't read the newspaper if you like this. There are so many ads in the newspaper. I want sweet soy sauce. Momo wants cheese. I guess I'll have cheese too. Let me see. You're still a bit feverish. Well, for now, just have some food and then take some medicine. Come, get in the I can't say that word either. Kotatsu. I always think there's an N in that word. I don't know why. It's kotatsu. Don't know why my brain just kind of imagines an N in that word. I think I'm thinking of Konatsu from Shogen Roku. I don't know why. Your feet will be cold if you're only wearing your pajamas. That must be the mailman. They're here. Nenga... Is that Nenga... Nengajo. I think it's... I don't know whether or not there's actually a letter on the end of it, but it's Nengajo. I think is how you pronounce it. I believe I might be wrong. I might be incorrect. Do chase me on that if I am incorrect. There's actually an I only, and I'm not too sure because the exclamation marks kind of hide the I. I don't know why. This one's mine. One-chan's mine. One-chan's, G-chan's. Ah, there's one for Momo too. Ready? Oh, ready? Really? See, my brain is like today. How is it? Did we get a lot? Yup. I wonder if we'll win anything from the Otoshidama Nenga. You poor soul! Don't force yourself to finish Prey. I did it a couple of weeks ago. It's horrible. Never do it. Never do it. The endings are kicking the nads. Just don't. It's not worth it. Unless you go for the true ending, don't do it. I don't think it's even a true ending to the game anyway. But just don't. Just don't. The ending's terrible. Oh man. Just don't ever do that ending. Just get to the last leg of the game and leave it. Just don't finish it. Or no. Get to when you've got to go and meet your brother at the end and just leave it there. Just don't do anything else because it's just not worth it. That's why I always said to myself, because I got there, finished it 5 times, I was like, still nothing. Oh, Mama received some too. That's wonderful. From the nursery school and from the pediatrician. Yeah. All right. There might be some at Ray-chan's place too. So I don't. Is there an I on the end of it? So it's Nenga. I think it's actually Nenga Joey. I believe it might be Nenga Joey. I'm not too sure. Oh right, there might. Oh yeah, it's read that bit. Oh no, I don't think there would be any. Oh my eye. My hair, my eyes. God damn it! Won't leave me alone. There we go. Got it. I'll go get them for you. You wait here. I'll be back really soon. Oh wait, don't. That would just make me stick out like a sore thumb. 20 minutes later, I'm back. You received some Nenga Joe. Oh, there's no I. It was just 2 exclamation marks. Nenga Joe, two cards. I got some. I thought there would be 0. The first one is it's a photo. Okay, the other one is. Who is this? A fishing Ochi-chan? He really went and did it. Chairman, what happened to Shogi? Selfish Malaysia. I'll say this first. He was really strong, you know. Though he's always been rather offbeat. Despite his appearance, he did take the Meijin title 7 times. Wait, why am I defending this person? Good afternoon, Happy New Year. It's me, Misaki Oba-chan. Misaki, yeah. Said that word correctly. It's one of those things you gotta be conscious when you kind of read these things. If we're not actually pronouncing the words correctly. Otherwise you're like, oh no, afterwards. It just comes all flooding in, you're like, oh no. What have I done? It feels good to be home. Being at the in-laws have made my shoulders all stiff. Phew, I feel so relieved. Misaki Oba-chan, look at Miss Nenga Joe. That's because you like to pretend you've always been all about appearances. You were so good at it. Oba-chan, please have some tea. Oh my, thanks. What a good girl, Hino-chan. Oh right. Here comes the really complicated words. Otoshidama. There, Hina, Momo. Yeah, thank you very much. But what should I buy? Momo is too cute. It breaks my heart. Here, Oto-san. Me too? Akari too. Oh, are you sure, Oba-sama? Oh right, I should give one to you too, Mr. Shogi. I heard that you got sick on New Year's Eve, so you got kidnapped by Akari here. Even me? How can I accept it? It's alright. It was a while ago, but didn't you bring Issei's son and Smith's son to our store? Wait, we'll count on you again. Then these are here. Momo, say words that leave me today. Here, Mom, Mikako Misaki is here to visit you. Happy New Year. Please watch over me this year too. Hey, Misaki, you still want Akari to help you out this year? You can't always be bothering family members. Recruit some new people. I've never agreed to this, you understand. Don't involve Akari in your sketchy business. Is it your business? Dad, my store isn't some dangerous place. Even though it's not big, it's a refined place. Most of the customers are regulars. It's my precious castle. Even if you say it like that. Do you mean to continue like this? Letting Akari spend her New Year's being stuck at home, doing housework and taking care of the children? She's a very serious girl, so she will really try to take on the role of the mother, you know. 2 days a week may be difficult, but it's not bad to let her put on makeup, wear pretty clothes, and get out of the house. She's such a pretty girl, but what will you do when she misses the chance to get married because she was worn out for all the housework? Whew. Ah, man. Don't worry, in my store I won't let anyone lay a single finger on Kairi. No, rather I will take their money from them without letting them touch what I mean. What I mean is, because they cannot touch, they get desperate. Such is the money-spending nature of men that we seize. Son, your daughter is a devil. You gave birth to a devil. Oba-san, will you stay for dinner? Have some of the meal Hina and I made together. Oh my, then I'll take you up on that offer. My husband went to watch soccer anyway. Wow, so amazing! You're hardcore. You even made osiji. I think I pronounced that word, osiji. And in modern style, it looks very delicious. It looks really delicious. Hina and I designed it together. We gathered all the things representing good omens. Our goal was to create a delicious New Year's dish. Usually if we bought both red and white fish paste, we'd never finish it, so we pounded fish cake, altering red and white balls on the skewer, kind of like dango, right? For children to grow properly, we should have pork and beans, right? For better luck with money, we should have gold-colored kinton, right? For better prospects, we should have kinpita, lotus roots, right? In order to stay rooted, we have burdock beef rolls, right? To pay for the OG-chan's longevity, we should have mini hamburger turtles, right? And then of course there are date maki and sweet nishiki tamago. I tried cutting wieners into the shape of fish. So amazing, you two. Mikako and Oba-chan used to work hard to make OCG too. Person who when he ate. Put some spaghetti in it too, okay? And then bubblegum, okay? OCG, right, they're filled with wishes. Oh man, that was a very dialogue heavy couple of panels actually. Just looking at this Ojubako, I can't help it. How to say this, it makes me feel like I must fill it up. I still can't remember the sense of accomplishment we had when we really did fill it up. The feeling of we're finally done, or wow. Exactly, it's incredibly important to achieve that sense of accomplishment on top of your everyday life. I understand, I really understand you know. The sense of accomplishment and hassle go hand in hand, and only after conquering the hassle can one truly possess. Alright, thanks for having me over. I'll be back. Looking forward to another great year. Oh no, it's this late already? Hina, Momo, could you take your baths? One-chan will wash the dishes. Oh right then, Kiniyama-kun, we need this space right now, so could you go to the second floor? This space? Yes, it might be the first time you've seen this, but this is the Kawamoto. But the truth is, the Kawamoto bath is right here. After opening the living room window, a bathroom appears, and there isn't even a changing room. What the hell? A long time ago we had no bath, so our family would go to the riverbank. But as the family... Jesus Christ, mate, alright. But as the family grew, we added this bathroom in our courtyard. Since we're mostly women here, we did want to build a changing room, but if we did build one, we wouldn't have any courtyard left. Plus, that would cost a lot of money. However, it's a bit troublesome when guests come over. Sorry, Ray-chan, don't look okay. Good night. I'm not the one who should say sorry. Good night. Scared me to death. This family is really something. Now then, I've taken my medicine, so I think it's incredible. Ah, how convenient having the string here. Why is it that I can sleep with such ease in the home of a family I've only known just recently? Why do I feel so peaceful when I'm here? Why did I have such a long forgotten dream? Why? In this house, I feel like time, everyone, everything, and even myself are all quietly drawn into its embrace, dozing off. And just like that, I fell asleep. A sleep that was so deep and peaceful, I didn't know how long it's been since I'd last slept like this. Chapter 23, end. So, page 28. Mochi is a glutinous rice cake eaten year-round, but especially during New Year's. Oh man, it's a long word. Okay, so here we go. So it's Fukubukuro is a lucky mystery bag of goods containing random items sold at substantial discounts on New Year's. Page 29. A kotatsu is a long table which with a heavy blanket skirt and electric heat underneath. They are often the center of family life in homes during cold months. Nengajo and New Year's postcard are New Year's postcards. The Japanese mail Nengajo to friends and relatives, similar to the Western custom of sending Christmas cards. Page 30. Otoshimada Nenga is short for Otoshimada Tsuki Nenga Hagaki. Jesus Christ, it's long, even longer and harder to pronounce. On the back of Japanese post, popular prepaid blank Nengajo postcards are lottery numbers, the prizes for which are often stamps. Holy cow! Okay, that was a long one. Ah man, I thought I was giving out after that one. So, otoshimada are small decorated envelopes containing money customarily given to children. The amount of money can vary greatly between families of the age of the recipient. Page 35. Osichi, shortened for Osichi Ryui, are a special selection of dishes associated with New Year's celebration. There are many variations of Osichi differing by region across Japan. Page 36. Kinpira is a Japanese cooking technique of saltering and simmering. It features soy sauce and mirin and is most commonly used to cook root vegetables, skewered or tofu. Kinton is a dish of sweet potatoes and sweetened chestnuts. Datemaki is a sweet rolled omelette mixed with fish paste and mashed shrimp. Damn. Okay. Nishiki tamago is an egg roulade. The separated yolks symbolize gold and the egg whites represent silver. Page 37. Jubako are sets of tired lacquered boxes similar to bento boxes for more formal traditional occasions. Page 38. In Japanese homes, toilets and baths are typically separated into different rooms and may be in entirely different areas. Whew, okay. We learned quite a bit in that last bit of the chapter. That was quite a lot. Again, if it wasn't for this manga, you probably would never actually kind of know a lot of traditions in Japan. It's actually kind of neat because you just learn a lot of how Japan works. It's actually kind of cool. I always did like that side of everything, is learning about everything. So yeah. Anyway, chapter 24. My back is actually killing me today as well. Oh, page 24, chapter 24. What lies on the other shore? By the third day of the new year, I had regained my health. It's now been a few days since I returned to my home. Achoo. It feels so strange. Up to the day before yesterday, it was so busy, but now... Was the air conditioner always this loud? Was the clock always this noisy? Ah, crap. This is bad. I know this feeling, but I can't make eye contact. I know it. But I must not think of her name. If I say that name out loud, an attack will come. That will tear away at my insides. Don't think, just walk. P2E, BH, 8H plus, SX, 8H, S2B, S4H, S3C, S7G. If you stop, you won't be able to move anymore. Oh, we're out of milk. Oh man, why didn't we buy more? What do? It's gonna be so freezing cold outside. I'll go buy some. No, you'll catch another cold. Kotatsu are such scary things. You go in for just a little while, and then you can't get back out. When you go in, you get so super warm, but when you get out, it's 3 times as cold. What was that just now? No. I know it's cliche, but you really just can't not go into one, right? I mean, it's warm and pleasant. That's it. That house is just like a kotatsu. When you go inside, it's so warm, it feels like you'll melt, and it's so cozy. But when you leave, you'll be reminded that your everyday life that felt fine before is freezing cold. When I think about it too deeply, I get so frightened that my body turns cold, but what should I do? I don't know, but I've got to think. Calm down. Right, first assess the situation. If I start thinking and come to a halt, I'll be checkmated. I have 3 more ranked deciding matches this season. Right now, my record is 4 wins and 3 losses. I've lost my chance to raise my rank, but I still should get back into form to lead into next year. And there are title matches too. If my victories continue to decrease eventually, the one thing I'm progressing towards at the moment is the impending challenger deciding tournament for the Shishi-O Championship. Right now, I've got to concentrate on that. I won't have any place to belong. And that's the one thing I can never ever let happen. Whew, okay. My head's getting in the way of my eyes. Ugh, man. That's better. The Shishi-O Championship, that's a tournament sponsored by Japan's biggest newspaper. It's on par with the Meijin Championship, one of the two big titles. The tournament is organised by splitting up the players into one of 6 groups based on their previous year's results, and the top-ranking members of each class can participate in the main event league. Because of the huge sponsors it's much larger in scale than other shogi tournaments, and the degree of it. I have actually seen it. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Because of the huge sponsors it gets, it's much larger in scale than other shogi tournaments, and the degree of attention society gives it is high. The attention society gives it is higher. But other than that, the reason the shogi players really get pumped up is 1 win gets you 600,000, 2 gets you 1.2 million, large quantity of prize money. I'm so hyped for this. The Shishi-O Championship. Come on, go get it, Kiriyama. Right, get one. It's like the Dunlop Phoenix Open in golf, the US Open in tennis. You idiot. Isn't it obvious? Money, fame, power, everything. My opponent is Suji Takashi. Can't say his name now. It's Suji Takeshi, Ninth Dan. Speaking of which, affordable and Ford Motors are kind of similar, aren't they? Or maybe not. Ah yes. Kumiko is a real beauty. Frozen. He's a shogi player with a great attacking power in more ways than one. But yeah, I mean, the trailer's not so bad. It's just kind of, I don't know how I feel about the film itself. Which is technically the only thing that's actually worrying me right now. I don't mind it. I don't mind the stands the way they look. I'm just worried heavily about the film because I just don't know how it's going to turn out. Because I don't mind Takashi Miike as a director, but Takashi Miike films tend to go one of two ways. They tend to either go really freaking good or kind of not that great, or sometimes even more like terrible. So I don't know, because I can't remember, the Terraform Mars film was not that great, which kind of worries me even more about JoJo. But then here's one of the Blade of the Immortals that meant to be amazing, so I kind of do hold hope that maybe it won't be that bad. But we don't know just yet. We still got a long way to go before it actually starts to happen. I think it's either August or September they begin showing the screenings of it, which will be interesting. I don't know whether or not the actual festival goers even know JoJo beforehand to actually even go into that, because even adapting part 4 is a bit strange because it's technically 4 parts into the whole entire series, and a lot of people might not know the previous parts beforehand if they're going to go and see it in the festivals. I might be wrong, but it kind of seems a bit of a far-fetched idea to do it. They should have just done one which is completely just on its own, which doesn't have any ties to any other series, and just do that instead. But they didn't really do that because I don't think there is technically one. Just do part 1. I'm not too sure how I see it. I don't miss anything cool. But what was most impressive was that even with this massive amount of coldness to him, he had such strong strength. Just what I should expect from a Ninth Dan, a class with an 8-year reign. Oh, the pieces are getting cobbed together. I cobbed through the cell at Comme des Garçons. Just kidding. But for some reason, I really don't want to lose to him. I don't want to lose. What's with this feeling I'm getting? So Smith is fighting. Smith is actually fighting Yokumizo Okuyasu. He's bringing out his bishop. What? Is it a trap? But does that not lose him anything? It's a little confined. But the big thing here is, if I sacrifice my bishop to take the silver, isn't that knight free? And I'm in the enemy territory. I can promote my rook, can't I? The only move I've got is to take the knight, right? Even if I do sacrifice the bishop, I'm getting both a knight and a silver in exchange. On top of that, my rook becomes a dragon. And my master once said, women may betray you, but material gain never will. Okay. Ah, so you're coming like that, eh? Then for now, I will treat the dragon and... Huh? What is this? Wait, this means take the 2G pawn and... So it's, if I'm remembering correctly, it's black rook 2H, B4I plus 4R 2H, P6 plus, even if you don't take the black plus R 3H, B minus 2H, B to 2H, and you're in trouble. It's already over. The castle's on fire, plus my back is kind of stabbed. Poison chestnut. I've lost. What is this? It's crazy. Thank you very much. Man, what was that? Since when? From the bishop. Or further back. Yokuyasu Yokomizu-shi. While you did gain the knight and the silver, you lost your life at the 2H location. Without thinking, oh, thank you, but hey, you two, aren't you in the middle of a game? Focus on your own board. Oh, man. Oh, no, here he is, boys, here he is. The boy himself, or the man himself in this case. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, he'd appeared just then. And for me, too, at the end of a Quagmire Rendezvous, on the 187th move, I narrowly claimed victory. Because it was such a messy, drawn-out match, it was a draw, is what I like to be saying, but today you have me completely shut out. Shoto, yeah. Showa cap? Oh, shower cap? Please, just stop it there, spare me. I'm at my limit, in more ways than one, absolutely. Oh jeez, looks like my next one is with you, Goto, huh? This sucks. That old man is freaking scary, you know? I mean, he's got a total Yakuza vibe going on. He makes you make mistakes just from sitting in front of him. I mean, speak of the devil. Yo. Oh, here we go. So, page 51. Shishi O Tournament, Lion King Tournament, is a parody of the real Ryu O Dragon King Tournament, organized by Yomiuri Shimbun, one of the 5 national newspapers of Japan. Page 53. Original phrases are Takeshi Kaku, reason, price, and Esute Kagaku, ST Science, a parody of the Japanese household cleaning supplies and consumer chemical company ST Corporation. Page 54. Comme des Garçons is the prestigious Japanese fashion label. Page 58. In the original Japanese, Suji warps the word kanpu, meaning shut out, into kanpu masutsu, meaning rubbing down with a dry towel. Alright. So here we go. This is the defining chapter now. This is the one we meet the douchebag himself. So, chapter 25, Black River, part 1. You look like you've been keeping well. What a shame. That's right. If we both keep it up, you and I will run into each other. Well, I'll be looking forward to it. Though beating you with my bare fist again is a little tempting too. Actually, I have a message for her father. Tell him to tell that stalker girl to give up already. She's just a pain in the ass to me. What? Hold on, Kiriyama. What's with you? And you too, Goto-san. If you've got something to say to Koda-san, please say it yourself. Please consider the position of a newcomer. Is there anyone on the full floor? The fishing boat is here. God, Chairman. Please don't take out the fish here. Okay, Kiriyama, calm down. And now we've got another bother, some guy making an appearance. That noisy guy's back. I'm going first. Give my regards to Koda. He's so scary. He gives off like a heavyweight sort of vibe, doesn't he? Heavy and persistent. If that guy is petroleum, if that guy is petroleum, somebody like me is salad dressing, and I'm already pretty light. So, what was that? Did something happen between you and Goto? Is everything okay? That guy did say something kind of disturbing, but it's okay. You're looking at the guy who made the biggest catch, you know. Hey, what's going on, you guys? You look down. What do you think? It's 60 centimeters. Chairman, shh. Some people are still in the matches. What do you what do you say to gulping down some hot sake with sashimi? Man, this dude's too cool. How about 40 sardines, Smith? Take as much as you want. Hey, Nakamura-kun, bring some Ziploc bags. And after that, call the Shogi World editorial committee from downstairs. You can pack in all you want. I can't. One man living alone can't finish all that. What's with those teardrop sunglasses? You look like somebody's dad or something. Could you please introduce me to a girl that would prepare them for me instead, Chairman? Goto-san should have taken some of these back with him, since he's married. His wife is still in the hospital. Ah, is that so? Okay, I'll take these blueshy ones. What's that stuff called? Duh? It's good for your brain. It's really popular a while back. Well, good night, everybody. When I'm getting ready for playing Goto in 2 weeks, I'll eat these up and figure out a counter plan. Okay, see you. I should get going too. Kiriyama-kun! I love this guy so much. Hey, I heard from Mama Misaki's. So you've been going over to her beautiful niece's place quite a bit, Ow. Hey, make sure you keep this a secret, okay? I heard from one of our company's purveyors that Akari-chan has lots of guys that go see her, right? Ooh. What's with the fishy smell? Since she's been taking care of you, why don't you bring her some? The mama was boasting about how good of a cook she was. I ended up being forced to take this much. These seem like a lot of trouble to prepare. What do I do if she thinks it's bothersome? It's so warm in there. It feels like you'll melt. It's so comfortable. This house is kind of like a kotatsu. I'm scared that I won't be able to get myself to leave the warmth. So I was thinking I'll try not to come again for a while. And I ended up back here again. Yeah, are you sure, really? I'll fillet the black rockfish into 3 pieces and make it into a karage and use it for tomorrow's bentos. I'll cut open the sardines and preserve them for pizza and pasta. I'll fillet the flounder into 5 pieces and make kombu jima and sashimi and now maybe I'll save several days worth of food expenses. I'm so happy, thank you. We were just saying that we ate too extravagantly during New Year's, so we're going to try to live frugally for a while. But now we can eat delicious things again starting tomorrow. Chinese cabbage and aburage miso soup, lotus root and carrot kinpira, eggs broken over warm rice. Everybody's already eaten today. They're all just leftovers. Is that okay? I'm sorry, we don't really have anything so good. Eggs mixed into rice is so good. All it has is egg and shoyu on it. It's not nothing. Why is it so delicious? Ray-chan, bet you must be glad your cold went away. Your stuffy nose voice is finally gone. Thanks for taking such good care of me during the new year. I really appreciate it. Hey, Ray-chan, will you sleep with Momo-chan tonight? Good idea, let's do that. Tomorrow's Saturday. Hey, we just got this jigsaw puzzle from the old lady next door. It's 1,000 pieces. Want to put it together with us tomorrow? It's warm. I need to go home tonight. Huh? Why? Let's play together. Why not? Why? Don't break my heart. A warm kotatsu-like house. Momo-chan, my next match is one I really don't want to lose no matter what, so I really need to go home and study. Study? You have a test? Yes, that's right. It's a test where I need to show both my opponent and myself how hard I've worked. Momo, then don't you have something to say to Ray-chan? Why? Ray-chan said he has a test, right? That's right. And what do you say when someone has something like that? You say, do your best, right? Ray-chan, do your best, okay. First, Smith-san is up against Goto, now I'm against Shima the 8th Dan, and I'll do my best. The two winners, the wind rings, face off in the finals, raising a scream from the harp bridge. Last time was completely beaten, while he was left without a scratch. 2020, chapter 25, end. Okay. So, Seibu Kisatsu Police Western Division was a television drama series that ran from 1979 to 1984. Page 69, Mama here refers to Mama-san of Misaki's bar in Ginza. The term is often used for women in charge of drinking establishments such as a bar, nightclub, geisha house, or upscale prostitution house. Page 71. Kombujime is a popular method of preparing sashimi or sushi, where sliced raw fish is wrapped or sandwiched between kombu and cured for several hours. Page 71 continued. Darius is a shoot-'em-up arcade game first released in 1986. Abirage is a tofu cut into thin slices and deep-fried twice. It is often used to wrap rice to make inari sushi, or added to udon to make kitsune udon. Man, I'm learning so goddamn much and I'm so goddamn hungry now. I'm so hungry. Like, this manga makes me really freaking hungry sometimes. Oh man, the thought of actually seeing Shimoda makes me so happy. Seeing that man, the light of my life is a better word to actually say, not the ray of my life. So, chapter 26, Black River Part 2. So, Takashi, Kiriyama-san, where are you right now? Wanna go to MCs? So, B minus 2D plus B minus 2D. G1B, then K1B, R minus 2B, P2A, G2A, S1B, then G1B, G2A, G3A, K3A, G4A, K3B, then B4B, B4B, B3C, B3C, R3D, K3D, S3E drop, then B2C, K2B, B1B promotes, K1B, then R2C promotes, N3D, K3B, B3A promotes, 3KA, then G4B. Okay, let's get going. Wasn't that the bit in the anime where everyone's kind of like, what the hell's going on with the animation? But no one failed to realise it's actually a reference to a really old TV show or movie. It actually was a pretty freaking good reference as well. Since then, I've seen Kiriyama just once at the Shogi Hall. He was reading over Kifu and making copies of them. I thought about talking to him, but when I saw that serious look on his face, I decided not to. The Kifu that Kiriyama had collected together were of Shima the 8th Dan's games, and Goto 9th Dan's games. Just the two of theirs. Jeez, that shitty brat. Man, that joke pisses me off. He completely ignored the possibility that I might win, and he thinks he can steamroll Shimada-san. He's acting like he's raring to go up against Goto. Who does he think he is? I'll tell you one thing, I can't see myself beating Goto and them facing up against Shimada-san. Understand, yeah, that's the problem. What Kiriyama is envisioning isn't just some selfish preconception. We're pros. That's the word, preconception. We're pros. I can try to accept it, or I can try to avert my eyes, but deep down I know brutally just how high my ability is. It's because I can measure it that I'm a pro. There are people that go in thinking I don't know if I'll win, and there are people that think I could possibly win or whatever. I'll tell you one thing, I can't see myself beating Goto and facing off against Shimada-san, and that's just how it is. But to live painfully like that, to slowly crawl towards victory, is also part of a pro's job. The formations Goto uses are static rook and anaguma. So against that, I'll use Kazagurama. It's Gurama. If Goto is heavy and hard, my characteristics are more light and thin. Everyone, please begin. Have good matches. This is my second time against Goto. Last time, in anticipation of Goto using solid enclosure to make it a drawn-out battle, I formed a thick enclosure around my king, but ended up in a formation where the lightness I always placed my faith on was burned by armor I wasn't used to, and resulted in my overwhelming defeat. Based on that, and on the counterattack I've been working on, this time I'm going to take him on with the shape I'm best at. I'm not going to make much of an enclosure around the king and get my pieces moving around quickly, making lots of small wounds and leeching away my opponent's vitality. And against that, Goto will make a solid and thought out enclosure and go for one heavy attack. When I take that attack, it'll be the end. I can't afford to have even a millisecond lapse in concentration, but I'm ready to take it on. It's also true that games where victory or defeat is 100% certain never exist between fellow pros. I don't like those looks of that. I don't like the looks of that sky. It seems like rain. Nah, the forecast said it's going to snow after nightfall. No wonder it's really cold out. Just how much vitality does one have? No matter how much I wound him, he never breaks down. There aren't any openings I can take advantage of. Drawing this much blood isn't even enough to phase him. Not only that, but my moves have stopped extending, and his attack has begun. He's sacrificing the rook over the silver. My god, what does this man see? He's attacking me with earth-shattering power. I'm being wrenched open. Pitch black water is suddenly flooding in. I can't breathe. In an instant, I got dragged down to the bottom of the sea. I've got nothing left. I've lost. That was light, but still a little heavy. After I peeked in with black B2F, you defeated with white G5B from the left. It probably would have been better to go up with G6C, but by doing what you did, you used heaviness. You go by a principle of lightness, right? Then don't waver. Ah, what a disgrace. On top of running out of options and losing outright, I got possessed by a demon. I really got served a full course. Then don't waver. What is with that super tough guy demeanor? How old is he? 41? I guess I need another 10 years before I can give off that kind of intensity. He's a popular guy, isn't he? I'm kind of really pissed off now. Well then, right now, what I'm going to do is course A. If it goes in, I'll go have a drink at One-chan's shop. Course B. If I miss, I'll go home, hide on my futon and cry my eyes out. Huh? He finds the cat now. I remember this. Could this be course C? Course C, find a kitten and look after it. Deep thought, what do I do? I get it already. Oh, jeez. There, don't cry. Let's start over, both you and I, from square one. Oh man, Smith's such a great character as well. I love him to bits. He's such a phenomenal character. Even in the brief moments we actually get to see with him, he's such a great character. Like, we don't get everything, if you get what I mean. We don't get the whole entire picture with him, but the bits we just get, you just learn so much about him and how he works and the personality he really does give off. He's actually such a great character. That's why I love him. Being able to take the limelight away from Ray for a little while is just ever so great as well. I love when mangas do that and animes do that, because they always do it so freaking damn well. most of the time. Like, I love it here because all the other characters deserve their own chapters and volumes just to themselves because they're just so freaking phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, the major thing to note with this chapter is the kind of, my hair's got on my eyes again, is the kind of mentality Ray has right now, which is kind of the major thing that really kind of changes your perception on him right now. It's that kind of perception of he doesn't care about anything else besides facing off against Goto and actually proving himself that he's actually grown, he's more stronger than before. He isn't that person that he was back in the day. He is very much stronger now. So much so he actually can take down this formidable foe. Even might be able to rid her of the actual troubles that she has with him as well. It's kind of a major thing you see with his character. Because it was terrible what he said to him beforehand with Kyoko. He said, look, tell her father that she can piss off because she's just stalking me at this point. I just don't like it. And when you just learn about how she works as a character, it makes that whole entire panel that ever more painful just to read, because he's calling her a stalker, though she doesn't in a way stalk him, because she's just with him because she wants to find someone who cares about her. Granted, yes, in her own mind she thinks that Goto cares about her, but we know he doesn't. We know he doesn't care at all about her. He just thinks of her as someone else, just someone on the side, if you get what I mean. It's kind of terrible when you think about it. So when you actually kind of realise that thing, going back to this part is even more kind of emotive, because you're kind of like, that's that douchebag, why would you say that? She could be seen as a stalker, but she isn't. She's just there because she doesn't find anyone else she doesn't have anyone else she can console with, if you get what I mean. She has the same problem Ray does, but Ray's kind of found that person to console with, or that family to console with. It's very much the very evident thing in this kind of part of the manga, is just that house and what it means and what it actually kind of entails and what it invokes, which is actually kind of neat, because it really is like a katatsu, because it's warm, it's fuzzy, it kind of makes you feel at home, and it kind of is a really nice parallel when you go back to Ray's house and see how empty it is and how loud everything else is around it, because there isn't any life in that house. It's just so empty because it kind of presents him as a character, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that's what I kind of like about it, because it kind of just shows you, look, this house is empty compared to the other house. I should live there more often because I feel more at home. But I can't live there because I feel like I'm intruding. But yeah, going back to Ray. Ray's character is interesting because you see it in the next part of the volume, and very much into the next volume itself, is Ray's thought process and how he sees Shimada. Because in the actual next part, he sees Shimada as nothing. As a kind of like a roadblock. He even saw it with that. How Smith is kind of just like, I should never go near that kid right now, because he's got the face of someone who is very much kind of in the zone, does not be disturbed, because he has to prove himself. He's got something to prove. He's not just doing it for the sake of doing it. He's got something to prove, which is very much kind of, it's kind of very much something of a protagonist, but the way he does it kind of counteracts the idea as well, because he tends to kind of ignore everything else around him, which then kind of doesn't allow him to be the person we want him to be. He kind of resorts back to where he was beforehand. He has not progressed one bit, because he's just completely ignored the fact that I should take this seriously. Like, he's taken down the list of Shimada's games and Goto's games, but what do you think he's more concentrating on? Like, who do you think he's concentrating on more often than the other one? Goto, because he wants to defeat Goto. He sees everyone else as a roadblock to get there first, which is kind of the wrong thing. Because then you make mistakes, and it's very much apparent in the next, like, kind of chapters. You see that very much kind of problem that he has, because he is oblivious to everything else around him, which then kind of makes him just fail that bigger bit. It's kind of depressing, because we want him to be someone better than he is, but he isn't. But then afterwards, when he realizes and actually kind of joins Shimada's whole entire group, then he kind of changes for the better. He kind of becomes that character we want him to be. But right now, he's kind of a bit too in the zone on fixated on one thing, is to prove Goto wrong, is to prove Goto completely the wrong, like, opposite way. I mean, yeah, more power to him. More power if he wants to defeat God and actually go forward with that. But you can't just ignore everything else around you, because look what happened when he was ill. He was ill. He was himself, look, I've got no one else around here. I got no one here. I got no one to look after me. But he did have people to look after him. He actually had a Kai's family. So it's very much kind of a neat thing. It's kind of evoking this idea. It's kind of really delving deep into how Ray sees everything else around him more than just himself. He's a selfish person. He very much is. He has his mind fixated on one thing, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. He will not change his mind. And it's actually kind of depressing because, I don't know, it kind of destroys his character ever so slightly. We see him differently. Like, we kind of sympathize with him this whole entire time, but then it kind of changes. It jump shifts to us kind of going, no, dude, you're being a douche right now. You're not doing what you should be doing. So could you change the way you are? But yeah, I mean, we see that very much in the next couple of chapters, in chapters 27 to 32. Like, it's very much the kind of evident factor in his character with Shimura's games. And then when Shimura goes into the whole entire thing, we see him actually change. So yes, if you have enjoyed... God, my back just clicked. My back just clicked into different places. So if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay that little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. Probably tomorrow, I will be doing JoJo, because I have to kind of... I might not be here on Friday. I am not too sure what's going to go down, because something's going to happen in real life that might kind of impede me streaming. Hopefully it doesn't, and probably tomorrow I might start streaming on Twitch once again. So yes, be on the lookout for whatever happens tomorrow. I actually have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, but yes, until then, I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.